Allison Richter, and I'm doing my informative speech on caffeine. Caffeine is the most popular drug in the world because it alters mood and behavior. It is considered an analeptic drug because it restores strength, awakens, and invigorates the body. There are two types of drugs. One you can buy in the store, like aspirin. The second type is like heroin, cocaine, nicotine, alcohol, and caffeine. According to the Encyclopedia of Psychoactive Drugs on Caffeine, caffeine has been around since the Stone Age. It was first chewed, and then it was cultivated because they realized it helped with fatigue and elevated mood. Later, they infused the plant with hot water, and it provided greater effects. The most popular effects of caffeine include improved performance and attention. After 2 to 3 cups of caffeine, either in coffee or tea, motor skills and coordination can be altered. It is a myth that insomnia is caused from caffeine. It's only an issue when caffeine is drank later in the evening. Effects of too much caffeine, according to the FDA, include a rise in blood pressure, faster heartbeats, jitters, anxiety, and nausea. Although there are negative effects, there are some health benefits. Caffeine has proven to reduce the risk of Parkinson's, liver disease, type 2 diabetes, and dementia. Caffeine is soluble in water. It is absorbed into the blood and distributed throughout the body, especially to the brain. After caffeine gets into the blood, the average half-life in a human is 4 hours, but most of the caffeine is removed within 12 hours. Smokers, however, are different. It takes 50% times faster to metabolize caffeine in smokers. After about 30 to 60 minutes, when caffeine is ingested by mouth, that's when the effects of caffeine peak, and then it just is in your blood from there. When pregnant women drink caffeine, it is distributed to all organs of the baby's body, and if the moms are chronic caffeine drinkers, the babies can develop breathing problems because they have withdrawal when they're born and they aren't constantly receiving caffeine. When babies are born, they lack the enzymes to metabolize caffeine, and the half-life of caffeine to be metabolized in their bodies is 85 hours compared to 4. Between 6 months of age and adolescence, kids can actually metabolize caffeine faster than adults. According to the Encyclopedia of Psychoactive Drugs on Caffeine, 54% of caffeine consumed is from coffee, 43% is from tea, and the remaining 3% is from cocoa, medicines, and other sources. There are natural sources of caffeine like coffee, tea, cocoa, and medicines. Coffee was first believed to come from Ethiopia, where they crushed the beans to make wine and then eventually roasted them and brewed them with hot water. There are 3 species of beans, and today they are cultivated in Brazil, Colombia, Indonesia, and Africa. Tea was found approximately 4,700 years ago in China. It was first used as medicine, and then it was brought to North America, and the women loved it, and they've drank it ever since. There is 1 species of tea, and it is found in China and India. Cocoa products are very low in caffeine. The most caffeine something would have would be a chocolate bar, so you can't really get too much caffeine from chocolate. Medicines, caffeine is actually added for its effects. You can get medicines with caffeine either over the counter or prescription drugs. Some of the artificial forms of caffeine include soda. Caffeine is added in manufacturing, and that caffeine actually comes from the decaffeination of tea and coffee. Soda also has the cola nut, which contains a little bit of caffeine. That's originally where cola got its name. And in the 1880s, soda also contained cocaine, which is also a psychoactive drug, but in 1903 it was taken out. Energy drinks have become popular. Sugar and caffeine are added to energy drinks. Depending upon the amount that you drink, the effects are similar to coffee, and excess amounts have the same negative effects as coffee. In comparison, a short cup of Starbucks coffee, which is 8 ounces, has 180 milligrams of caffeine. The average energy drink has about 200, and a venti Starbucks, which is 20 ounces, has 415 milligrams of caffeine, which in the average person would probably cause jitters or anxiety. Chronic usage is considered when one drinks numerous cups of caffeine. You can develop a tolerance or a dependency for caffeine when you're a chronic user. They are different. Tolerance occurs with prolonged use, and the same amount of caffeine produces less effect and you continue to drink more. Where dependency, if you discontinue it, you have serious side effects including headaches, nausea, irritability, depression. Usually this is if you drink more than 4 cups a day. All drinks with caffeine can be taken in moderation and they can be beneficial. Caffeine has been a popular drug used for its alteration of mood and behavior ever since the Stone Age when people discovered the plant. Effects of too much include anxiety, jitters, and headaches, while the benefits include improved performance and increased alertiveness. There are natural sources and artificial sources, and I hope that you're all better informed about the most popular drug in the world.